Hey, good day, good day, good day, everybody. Thank you for joining me, the real Brian Glaze Gibbs. As I say, I lost asset to my old channel with over 64,000 subscribers, 942 videos, and over 10 million views. But once again, just because I lost that, I decided to start a new one. And right now I'm getting back into the swing of things. I'm gonna start having guests. So today I brung along NaySAY and Double Aura live. Hi, ladies.
Hey,
Hello.
how are you guys?
Hmm?
Good
So,
to
right,
see you, Brian.
huh?
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. So ladies, thank you for joining me. I know we've been talking probably for like the last month or so of getting together and starting to do different things and trying to enlighten our community, our brothers, our sister, people that's out there looking for guidance, looking for direction. So even right now, like with me, despite I got a checkered past when I was a young knucklehead kid, but I came a long way. I have, and this is part of my redemption. How do I get back? How do I right my wrong? And even right now, from talking to y'all, and seeing what you have, safe haven for Eve. What is that about?
Safe Haven for Eve is a something that we thought about in 2018 to try to help entrepreneurial women to come together in the spirit of cooperative economics instead of competition to drive traffic to their social media and to their website in order to increase their revenue.
Okay. And okay, okay.
So we thought of this to empower women because for far too long, women have been told that you're not supposed to be able to boast about your gifts and talents. But we believe that boasting about your gifts and talents is just publicizing your originality, with purpose. So we believe that we want women to be who they are, become their better self, and to boast by sharing it with the world. So that's what we're about.
And
Okay.
with She, you have many different ways in which you can share with the world through our havens and communities. So we hope that people will go look us up on our website, safehavenforeve.com, as well as our social media. And we'll get into some of that a little later, along with our phone number, because we want you to have the access that you need or want in order to engage with us, in order to grow your company as well as ours. So come on, ladies, let's do it.
That's
Okay.
right.
And you know what? I like that because once again, it's all about right now. How do we empower each other? And right now is from NaySAY, I know automatically, with her, what I'm saying, here it is right now, a former, I'm saying, deputy warden of Rikers Island. And right now is she had a, great career and right now doing great for herself, but yet and still, where as far as like she's willing to take her free and spare time to get back when she don't have to, she could have been, sitting back just like enjoying the retirement life.
Yeah, sometimes I do that, but yeah, it's all about giving back, and that's what she does, right? We're here to help women who are entrepreneurs, who maybe they don't have a large following, and they want to put their business out there. They want to get people to their page. They want to get people to their website. That's what she does, right? So it's a network of women helping one another.
And also, we have created a platform on our website. So if you ladies out there love to write, or you have some particular thing you want to share with the world, come on over, because in our havens and communities, you will be able to do just that. Submit your original articles, and you also can be on our platform as a person who could sell some of the things that they're interested in. So we hope that you will hop on over and take a look at our website and also our social media.
You know what? I want to commend y'all because once again, to me, I don't really think y'all quite understand as far as like the mentality of social media. And with that being said, it's like people don't really lend helping hands. So to me, for y'all to just come out and willing to listen, we want to help other people, like master this, like learn it,
That's right.
master it, and be able to work together to advance. What I see is it's a lot of social media could be like the street back in the days, man. Like, you
Exactly.
got a lot of cutthroat,
Mhm.
you got a lot of people that would stab you in your back or try to give you blackball you. So to
Mhm.
me, I commend you because once again, y'all coming out showing that guess what? We can build, we can network because everything in life is about rubbing elbow. Even when
That's
I
right.
first got my old page and I got up to 64,000, everybody like, man, how you did that? Because once again, like, don't get me wrong, whatever you put into something, that's what you're gonna get out of it. If you don't put nothing into it, you're not gonna get nothing out of it. And sometimes being married and like you're in a relationship, are you working? So to me, your husband might get mad at you. Like, what the heck y'all doing? Why are you up so late?
They're
Come to
fine.
dinner.
They're fine with it. Trust me. They're fine with us working hard.
And that reminds me, Brian, I don't know if you remember this or not, but when I first started with computers, one of the language of the computer day in those days was junk in, junk out. So whatever you put in the computer
That's right.
is what you got out of. So we at She believes in that. We believe in putting in what we want out of it. And what we want out of it, of course, we want to grow and increase our revenue, but we also want other people to come along as we come along.
That's right. And don't be discouraged, men, because if you are attached to a woman, she can join she for you. How about that?
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. Well, yeah. I mean,
we want all women who are business minded to come on over to join she. They could blog on she.
And it's just like our motto, Brian. I am she. Every woman out there is she. I am she.
And see, even right now, and pay me no mind because once again, we live. And what I'm trying to do is start like copy and paste and put it on my other platform or send it to
Thank you.
people to get more interaction because that's what it's all about. It's like right now, it's like I want to share. And how you share, like, and when I send it to different people shine in, like, oh man, like even somebody say, I didn't get the notification, Glaze, salute. So, all that play a part because of communication and it getting people, like you say right now, to dial in. And how do we do that? We do that by, like I'm saying, like networking. We do that by word of mouth. We do that by, like you say right now, hey, we on, and we want you to join in. So we have to all participate. And always remember, like what we talk about, whatever you put into it, that's what you're going to get out of it.
So that's why we wanted to discuss this particular topic tonight, because it's all about what you put in is what you get out, right?
Absolutely. And one of the reasons we thought, as we were discussing with you earlier, and you were sharing about your mom and her, I think you said it's the 31st year.
Yes, 30
and
30.
31st year. So we thought, wow, that's very interesting, and it would be a topic, I think, for discussion, because we don't have to wait, as Nay said.
Yeah, let's not wait for Mother's Day to give mother her flowers.
Yes,
let's do it now, right?
Right. And I think it's important that mothers understand how children feel about them. And I think it's a great topic to discuss. Yes. So let's get into it.
Yes.
So have you made your mother proud, or have I made my mother proud? And I said, I think I did or do make my mother proud. And for me, I don't necessarily look at the long view of it all the time. Yes, you have lawyers. Yes, in some families you have doctors. In other families you have a world-renowned chef. In other families you may have technicians. In other families you may have whatever you may have in your family. But for me, I look at the shorter view. What did I do today to make my mother proud? She may not be so proud of me tomorrow, but what can I do today to make my mother proud? If I've done something 2 weeks ago to just bring shame upon her head, then what can I do today to make her feel better about things and better about me today? So that's for me. I look more of the short-term view.
Yeah. So for me, I know I made my mom proud, right? And I may not look at it in short term all the time, although I believe that that is important. I'm looking at it totality, right? As my age now. Yes, in my all my years, excuse me, I am certain I've made my mother proud. Although there have probably been some missteps, but overall, yes, I can certainly say that.
So for the ladies out there and men,
don't
but
forget the men.
she is all about ladies. For the ladies out there, what we want you to think about is that if you don't think that you've done anything within the last week to make your mother proud, try to do it tomorrow.
That's right.
Try to do it the next day. If you don't think that you have anything recently that you've done to make your mother proud. So what do you think?
Well, I want to hear what Bryant has to say. He's trying to chime in.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
We're just talking.
You know what? Even what you're saying in regards to folks that have, like my situation, like have lost a mother, and like I try to explain to him, like, I done talked to some family members that y'all don't even understand. You still got your moms. I lost my mother 31 years ago. I was incarcerated. And the fact is, I was not able to go to the funeral. I was not able to pay my last respect to the woman that I love more than life itself. But that was a turning point because once I got out, I never returned because I refused to allow her teaching, the upbringing, and loving continue to be in vain. And people do not understand that. So even with that being said, it's like people like it's not the same. Like to me, it's nothing in the world that I would have done for my mother. But I remember a family member checked me because I always say how much I love my mother. And they told me, no, you didn't. I said, yes, I did. How you going to tell me how I feel about my mother? I love my mother more than life itself. I would die for my mother. I would do anything for my mother. But what she was getting at is you love your mother so much, then why didn't you get your life together? Why didn't you stop committing crime and breaking her heart? And you know what? Like I always try to tell people, like my mother must be say to God, what is it going to take for my son to get his life together? And that time I feel my mother sacrificed her life for my freedom.
And so today, you're doing what to make your mother proud?
I'm fasting. I fast. I pray. And like I tell you right now, you reflect back upon life. And to me, like right now, where it's like life and mothers. Like to me, most men can't take order from a woman because they feel we supposed to be more dominant and everything like that. I don't agree with that. Like I be telling guys, look, y'all don't get it. I'm a professional mama boy. I can take it. Don't make no difference. As long as you're not disrespectful, let me know what you need me to do, and I'll do it. And that's what life is all about. So even like this right now, ever since she passed, I go on a fast. If I can fast, saying to commemorate the memory of Martin Luther King, the late Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. If I can do that, I'm saying I don't know them. Right now you hear the stories or whatever, but this is my mother. So I go sometime, I'm saying 2, 3, 4, 5 days right now fasting, sometime going days while eating or drinking, praying. And right now this is my, I'm saying tribute to my mother. Like, hey, listen, she gave me life. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here.
So this is you making her proud.
This is me seeking to make her proud. I think right now she already know, like, look, this knucklehead came a long way.
I think that word that you use, you're seeking to make your mother proud, and you're actually doing things to make that happen. Today you're fasting, and you're going to fast through Valentine's Day, and you're making that happen. And all we're saying, or all I'm saying, is that your listeners, whoever is out there, you decide what you can do tomorrow to make that happen. Forget about years past. I mean, years past sometimes help you to put things in perspective, but it's not so much about the past, but what are you doing today and what are you doing in the future so that there will be no more regrets when you go into the future. The regrets are gone.
Yeah, and what's important too, because people tend to always, oh, I love my mother, and oh, my mom's not here. I wish my mom were here, and all of these different things, right? If my mom were only here, I would do thus and so. Well, now's the time, right? So let's honor the women in our lives, right? And when you really ask yourself the question honestly, what have I done to make my mother proud? When you ask that to yourself honestly, what would you say to yourself? Think about it. Did you get your education? Were you an honorable person in the public spaces? Did you say, excuse me? Did your training, home training come into play? Like, what did you do? Because everybody won't be a doctor, right?
And that's fine.
And that's
Yes.
fine. Everybody can't be the president of the United States.
That's fine.
But you could be a kind individual, right?
Yes, absolutely.
You could care for the elderly in your community. You could cultivate. That's one of the principles of She. You could cultivate those spaces in your community. And that would make your mother proud. I'm certain of it.
Absolutely. And if we can transition into another subject, Brian, do you mind?
No, go ahead.
So if we could talk about why women fail. Why women fail in their relationships, why women fail in their community, why women fail in their workspace. Why does women fail? And I think that's important for an important question for us to ask, and would love to have some feedback though on what other people think or what you think, Brian. Why do you think women fail? What are some of the reasons? You've been out there a little while. I think you can give us some pointers on.
No, I look, but I have very little experience. You know what? Why women fail in certain situations pertaining to life is because of the support system. Right now, if you don't have the support that you need from a relationship standpoint, nobody can do it alone. You need somebody to enlighten, encourage you, letting you know, listen, don't worry about it. If you're going to go to school, focus on school. I got the bills and responsibility. I got your back. Don't worry about this. Because once again, if you putting everything into this and I'm putting everything in that, guess what? At the end of the day, we're going to win. See, a lot of times what people are doing, especially when it comes down to women and men, we playing too many games. We ain't being real with each other. So once again, if you start off a situation with a lie, you're going to end it with a lie and you're going to continue to lie. So it's like, why do we fail? Because we start off failing, because we start off playing games. And you have to keep it real.
Have to keep it real. So women fail because sometimes they play games. But I also think women fail sometimes because of just the system. The system sometimes is set up so women cannot make the kind of strides that men do in many, many situations. So that's why we have to sort of take the bull by the horn and move forward because of the system, the way it's set up. And I think that's why a lot of times women fail. So far as relationship, that's work. Relationship, women fail sometimes in relationship, just like you said, Brian, they're not real.
And I think at work, women fail because they have played into that fallacy that, oh, you can't ask for the raise like the men do. No, I think we defeat ourselves in a lot of ways because of what the rumor mill says or what society says or what the norms say. Like, why shouldn't a woman be the president of the company? So we fail because of fear.
Because of fear? Yeah.
We're afraid to just say, I'm going to go ahead and do it no matter what, or no matter who's with me or not with me. I think that's what happens. We stun our own growth sometimes.
Yeah, that is very true. So Brian, when you're out there in the world and you're talking to other men, I'm interested too to see what your views is on why men fail. I know she's all about women, but we have to be sensitive to why men fail as well as we try to help the women in the men's lives.
Why this is why I feel like, right now as a man, why we fail, because of the fact we don't have the confidence that we portray. We like to project, like, stick our chest like we got everything under control when we don't. And we too busy worrying about what people think or what they're going to say. It's like our society, especially men's, competitive, we are into that people pleaser. We are professional people pleaser. We want to impress people. We want people to think that we got more in our bank account. We want people to think that we got this, we got that, when we don't got nothing. We want people to think that we have everything under control when we don't. So the key is, to me, it's like you have to go through that you have to go through that period when you feel, listen, man, I don't got nothing to prove, man. Let me get my life in order. You know what? Like, everybody want to act like if they go to the club, like, you know what, I'm the man. Like right now, don't worry about, I got you, I got you, I got you. Then right now, when they get home or whatever, huh?
Is that what they call the big man syndrome?
I don't know, but when they get home and rent due or mortgage is due, and because they fronting. We came up in that environment in New York City, fronting. So once again, some people don't grow up from that. Some people feel they in competition. You're in competition for the wrong thing and the wrong reason.
And I'm glad you said that, because she encourages cooperation rather than competition. Come on, ladies, and join she and get with this cooperation. We're not trying to compete. We want everybody to win. See, that's the difference. Most people don't want everybody to win.
And that's another reason women fail, is because of competition.
That's right. But the word itself, think about the word itself, competition means somebody's going to lose.
Somebody's going to lose. And as long as you're competing in the same space, somebody's going to lose.
Somebody will lose.
And women, women tend to be very competitive with one another.
That is
true. This
true.
woman will wear the dress and she walks into this crowd and she's dressed to the T. Hair is exactly right. Makeup is perfect. Her body is nice. And then she walks in and there are 10 other women looking at her, and immediately the hate meter goes up.
Absolutely.
Why? This woman has not done anything to any of the 10 other women in there. But immediately, because she seemed to be put together, and I don't know about men, but women are very competitive in that space.
So that's another reason why women fail. You compete with the wrong people. Compete with yourself, right? Be your own competition.
And become your better self. And when you become your better self, you can go out and boast about it.
That's right.
You don't have to front.
That's
because
right.
you are the real deal. You have it all together.
That's it. That's how we roll.
How can I be true of myself if I don't know myself? How can I be true of myself if I don't want to be honest myself? How can I be true of myself if I don't even want to look in the mirror and look in my own eyes? So it's like right now, some people, they too busy living in denial. They want to live in a land of make-believe. You know what? Like, I try to tell some of these young brothers, like, especially when I be around at work. And right now, it's like, to me, it's very important for people to have great work ethic. And to me, like I always try to tell people, when I was a young knucklehead, the job, you live in the street, you hustling. And like I try to explain to these guys, listen, you think I want to be at work? I said, listen, how many of you want to be here? I never want to be at work. I'm being honest, I don't. But guess what? I'd rather be here at work, punching that clock, than being in the penitentiary.
That's right.
I'd rather be here at work, punching that clock, making an honest living, than being in the graveyard of a violent death. I'd rather be here at work than being homeless, being hungry. So right now we all have choices. And my choice is, I'm going to work.
No matter what. That's right. We're not trying to fail.
Exactly.
That's it. We're not trying to fail. And we're trying to make our mothers proud.
Yes.
In life and in death.
Yes.
That's what we're trying to do.
So, but I'm glad you said that, Brian, about how can you be true to other people when you're not true to yourself. And that's very difficult to do. You have to know yourself. And that's another reason people fail.
That's
because they don't know themselves, and anything will do. Any idea will do. You follow along because you don't know who you are.
Right.
And you don't know what you have to give. So the first order of being successful is to really know who you are and what you are all about.
Yeah, but if you're like, if you keep sending out the representative, no one, including yourself, will know the real person.
Right.
So, like you said, sending out, the bottom line is so many people are fearful of so many wrong things.
Yes.
Right? Like you said, the girl walking in, she's just being beautiful.
Yes.
She can't help what God gave her, right? But the hate comes from the women who don't consider themselves beautiful.
Absolutely.
That's the problem, is because if all those other women considered themselves beautiful, I think it would be cooperative.
Yes, and that's, again, right back to she.
Right.
That's what we are trying to do, is help all women, entrepreneurial women, to be who they are, become their better self, and boast about it by telling the world, by sharing their ideas, their creativity, and what they're doing with their community. We want them to be a part of this she fast-growing community.
That's right. Come on over to She is the place to be.
Look what you're saying, and I love that, because once again, when you listen to this, like, I remember this song as I'm listening to you, and you know how you say you got these women, or they'll come in looking like $1 million, like, wow, like American top model, owning the place, or like Tupac, all eyes on me.
That's right. All eyes on me. Yes.
Yeah, they looking up and down. They talking about like Rick James. You're looking good all over again. But see, look what happened. See, a lot of times right now is where people are like, oh man, I like that. I'll give credit when credit is due. We can't do that, because that's when jealousy, envious, hatred, like you say, kick in. Like my girl said, what she say? Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Don't hate me because I'm
I know you're not trying to sing.
I thought I was doing a good job. Wow.
Well.
See, hate over there.
Okay, yeah.
Keep trying, Brian. I'm on your side.
Listen, I'm
see,
gonna start singing.
You cannot be afraid to live. You cannot be afraid to see. That's the difference. Right now I sing plenty of time on my other, but I sing. I think how right now, back in the days, right now was growing up in New York, the Broadway play, Mama, I want to sing.
Yeah, don't do it though. Don't do it.
Well, I've always wanted to sing, but I realize my limitations too, and sometimes that's why people fail as well.
They don't realize their limitations.
They don't realize.
Well, listen, I realize my limitation. I cannot sing, but I'm going to keep trying.
Well, there's no harm in keep trying. But I know that I will never be part of the NW whatever, the NBA, the WNBA, or whatever.
Yeah.
I won't be part of that. So I'll get out there and I'll try to bounce a little ball, but I know I'll never make it to that level. But what I can be is a great ambassador for she.
That's right.
And a great ambassador for other women, to try to bring women together in the spirit of cooperative economics instead of competition. That's what I could be great at.
And I know I'm great at that. So come on over, ladies. We at She invite you to come and join us, right?
Yes.
You can be a blogger. You can be a vendor. You can participate in one of our 3 havens. She creates, she sustains, and she cultivates.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely.
There's a place for every woman in one of these havens. So we want you to come on over and join and engage with us. Share your thoughts. Come on over. It's great.
And our website is safehavenforeve.com. But if you want to hit us up on our email, it's she@safehavenforeve.com. And our social media is what, Nay?
So we're Eve Haven. Eve Haven on Facebook, on IG, on Twitter, and on LinkedIn. But on YouTube, we are Be Become and Boast. Be Become Boast. That's one of the things we like to say all the time, right? So instead of saying cheers, we say Be Become and Boast.
You know what? Even the links, like, you're giving your website. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have y'all send it to me so I can base you right now is put it in the description box so people can go and participate and, check y'all guys out. Because once again, everything's all about, like right now, how do we network? how do we, say reach out to that person or let people know what we got going on? Because a lot of times, and what you say, why people fail, because they feel they don't have no help. I'm saying
That's
people
right.
fail if they don't raise their hand.
That's
Right
right.
now is, hey, I need help. Right. I can't tell you I need help or I'm hungry. I gotta tell you, I gotta raise my hand. I gotta yell. I gotta let you know. I want to be part of something. So
So
how
come on
do I
over.
become part of this?
We are there to help the ladies. Come on over the sheet.
And just in case you have noticed, this is our logo.
Yes.
We want this logo to be well known, just like Nike.
Just like Nike.
Do it.
Yes.
Only ours is Be, Become, and Boast.
Okay. Where's my logo? I don't.
We'll send you a complimentary T-shirt.
You send me a complimentary T-shirt. All right.
Yes.
Just as long as you don't mind wearing a V-neck, purple,
and ladies tee.
Yes.
Hey, but listen, these are the things that I think right now when you got platform that you got to start doing. And right now is, don't get me wrong, sometimes I see some platform, they got hundreds and thousands of people in their platform, and you got to build towards that. But then again, you got to make sure the conversation is meaningful, is beneficial. It's like right now is like it's do it yourself guy. We are here to help. We're not here to judge. We're not here to act like we better than anybody. Right now is what we want to do is like back in the days, reach out and touch somebody's hand, make this world a better place if you can.
If you can.
Thank you so much for having us. We appreciate it.
So you like my singing now? You like you?
It was good.
So Brian, can I just put this on the table?
Mm-hmm.
We had 2 different discussions for tonight.
Are we still on?
Are we still on? Okay.
Oh.
So I'd like to challenge all the ladies, all the men, all of your listeners to go out tomorrow and do something special for your mother, whether she's dead or alive. And the second thing, I'm challenging all your listeners to go out tomorrow or go on the internet, do meditation and reflection, do whatever you need to do to find out one more thing about who you are. Then I want you to put it in your deposit box, your personal deposit box, and use that to move on to the next step, to learn the next thing about you. And if you do that for 1 year, you'll be amazed what you'll learn about who you are.
You'll learn a lot.
And you won't have to be the person who just go where the wind blows.
Yeah, you will learn a lot about yourself. Sure will.
You know what I like what you just say? Making a deposit. And a lot of times right now, people want to go to the bank and they want to make a withdrawal. How can you make a withdrawal if you never made a deposit? But people do not understand that. It's nothing for nothing. Like a lot of times people think, right now you can know in life, you can't get, something for nothing. Yes. You got to have something. Right. Whatever you put into it, that's what you're going to get out of it.
Right.
So, I love it. We can go all day. Now, I know I'm tired and all that good
stuff. You know
what?
Well, how about we challenge you? You have us on at least once a month, and we'll do a special segment, and we'll have these type of conversations. Challenge.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? I like that. We can do that because once again, good job, ladies. Oh, my mother live okay. Oh, my mother lived with me. See, that's a blessing.
That is a blessing.
That's a blessing.
That's what we like.
That's a blessing. Sit back and think about when we talk about mother. And right now is, guess what? I know we say we was going to talk about the Tyree Nichols situation or whatever, but even right now, when you go back and you look at the Tyree Nichols situation or whatever, and what was done to him or whatever, and right now it's like, even while they was beating him, he cried out for what? Who?
His mother.
Yes. Even when you go back to the George Floyd situation, they put the nail in his neck. Who did he cry out for?
His mother.
See, people don't understand because basically that's the first person that you know. Absolutely. That's your protector.
You know how I like to say it, talking about a mother's pain. I like to say you are literally attached. Think about it. That's the one person in the entire world where you are literally attached to, right? I know twins and triplets, okay, multiple births, but I'm talking about that woman fed you from the beginning. And of course, that bond is real. So when you think about a mother's love, when Tyree, George Floyd, I'm sure Sandra Bland, I'm certain Terrence Crutcher, I'm certain Tamir Rice, and I can go on and on and on.
That's a lot of them.
Maybe you.
Maybe some people we don't even know.
Maybe you
Never
cried, right? In your darkest moment, in a jail cell or behind in the back seat of a police car, right? Maybe you cried for your mother. No one seems to say, "Daddy, Daddy," right?
No,
and I'm not even joking.
No, I know. A mother, everybody cries for their mother when they get in a tough situation. When they're happy, the first person they want to share with is the mother. Yeah, I want to thank my mom. The first person they want to share that with. So there's a lot we can do for mom.
A lot.
And, you know, some people will say, you know, just awful things about their mom sometimes, you know, but what they have to realize is without that woman, and I'm not saying all women are gods or saints or anything
some
like
women
that.
Are bad.
Sometimes we make mistakes as mothers. But at least you hear. At least you hear, and she's responsible for you being here. So at least give that grace.
You know what? Sit back and think about it. And like right now is every woman is different. It's no booklet when you having a child or how to be a good mother or how to be a good father. It's like when a child is born, and especially it depends upon the individual, because once again, if they're young and having fun, then next thing you know, a baby pop up. And folks, we don't get it, what a woman go through. And right now it was probably right now about 5 years ago. And right now is like understanding when a woman give birth, what in the heck that woman go through. What do her body go through?
We know.
We talk about trauma. We talk about and see, people don't understand, like from a psychological standpoint, we don't even, as men, don't even get it. We don't understand it. We should be, like you say, worshiping the ground, because once again, if men have to have babies, it wouldn't be no babies.
Right.
Very few babies will be born.
Yeah. So when you start saying about good mother, bad mother, where as far as that woman is not strong enough, and right now when that baby come out, that her body probably, or her mind and everything that she's going through from having that baby, she probably don't never even recover herself.
Yeah, a lot of times, you know.
And also what we have to remember, my parents had 17 kids. My mother had 17.
Sit back in your chair.
17 kids. And I will say to anybody, her first child, or their first child, because it's just one parent. First child was different. She had her first baby at 16. And then by the time she had her last baby, she was in her 40s.
Wow.
So her whole life she was pregnant.
Jeez.
But she was a different woman
for each
at
child.
16,
absolutely.
At 17, at 18, at 19. She was different all along that journey. The common thing was she carried all of us.
But wait,
she nursed all of us.
Tell the people, were there any twins or triplets?
No twins, no triplet, all single births.
That is a
But you know what? Look what you just said, 17. And you know what? I apologize, because that's that kind of blew me away. 17, huh? So imagine what your mother went through, having 17 kids. And even with that being said, like you say, when she was 16, having that first child, I guarantee you that the one she had when she was 40, she was a way better, greater mother too.
Absolutely.
And more patient, probably.
Yes,
patient, understanding. But right now, sit back and think about it. Wow. You know what? Shout out to your moms, man. They don't make women like that no more.
And she's what?
She's 97 and doing well.
Still alive.
99. See, that's a blessing.
God bless.
Yes, it is.
That's a blessing. Because it go back to, what, honestly speaking.
Can I give a shout out to my mom?
Be my guest.
Hi, Hazel Mitchum. I hope she'll see this.
But you can send it to us. Send it to somebody so they can show it to us.
Okay,
You
okay.
kidding me?
We'll do
With
that.
technology, you kidding me?
Can do it. Yes. Well, thank you for allowing me to do that.
But sit back and think about that and look at this, what you're talking about or whatever. And when you talk about, like, motherhood, and you talk about right now, your mother had 17, them saying, kids, and then she's 97 years old. And what that bring me back to, it bring me back to the Bible. When they start speaking about all these people and how long they was living, and this one begat this and this and that. And when you sit back and look at it, it's like, wow, how are these people living all this time? And how it is right now is everything go back to the original content, go back to the original surface, go back to the original man and woman. And right now is for her to be here 97 years after having 17 kids. That woman is blessed. That woman, like I told you, is strong. That right now, that woman, that woman. What did New Edition say? Can you stand the rain? Can you stand the pain?
Look, maybe it wasn't painful. That's why she kept doing it.
I don't know.
Well, the first part probably wasn't. Wow. And Bryant, she had all of her kids at home with the exception of the last two.
Wow.
Because back in those days, you just couldn't go to the doctor like that. Can't go to the hospital.
And you know what? Double R.
Yes.
From my understanding, you are an author, right?
Yes.
How many books?
8.
8 books. Wow. And in regards to what's the top?
Most of them is geared toward education, focusing on poverty, the poverty mind, and how to help kids who grow up in poverty, how to mitigate that mindset so that they can be successful, because the poverty mindset is very limiting. And so you have to deal with the poverty mindset in the classroom or in the schools in order for the kids to succeed at a high level. Classroom management is another one, parental involvement, and those are the basic things that I focus on.
Well, she's being a little modest, guys. Why don't you tell them about yourself, how you grew up? Tell them about yourself, because she will not boast.
No, I won't boast.
I'll boast for you if you don't do it.
Okay. Okay.
Tell the people so we can show them the books and stuff.
Well, I don't have any right here near me, but I grew up, as I said, my parents had 17 kids and we were farmers. Grew up on a farm in a 4-room home, because you can imagine how all of us slept. Just imagine that. Outhouse. We didn't have running water for a long, long time. After I left, I was gone long years before we had running water. No indoor plumbing. We had a pump outside that actually had to pump water in order to have some in the home. So it was a very interesting life. And the farm work, we farmed tobacco, cotton, we had animals, we grew our own food. So that was a plus. So it was interesting. Now, I learned a lot on the farm. Would I want to go back? No, thank you. I'll just go to the grocery store. Although I'm actually trying to do a garden now.
Okay. But you can because
I know how to do it. I ran away from that for a while. But one thing about life,
you go back to your roots.
You go back to your roots. And we always have to remember that.
The things your roots are your mother.
Yeah, the things that your mother taught you.
That's right.
You may stray for a little while or maybe many years, but the things that your mother taught you, you'll recall them. Back. You will recall them.
That's right.
Sooner or later, and you will start doing the things that your mother taught you.
So those teachings, listen, they manifest themselves in the nick of time.
So young mothers, if you're listening, young mothers, keep talking to your children.
That's right.
Because even though you think that they're not listening, they are listening to you. Keep talking to them, and they will remember those words in the time of need.
You know, one time I said, I know I am a good mother because my children repeated to me what I said to them. So once I knew they were saying those things right back to me, I said, they got it. They got it. So that's what we're focusing on, right? Empowering women.
Empowering women, yes.
You know what? Listen to your testimony, because that's what I'm going to call it. You know what? Like when you start mentioning like growing up as far as like on the farm, and right now our outhouse, like people do not understand how good they have it.
That's
And
right.
I can remember like right now. I know I'm older than both of y'all. You know, I'm 93. You know, so I remember the outhouse days, like leaving New York, like
Uh-huh.
every summer, my mother and her sisters, they used to get all the first cousins, and we used to get packed up, and whoever was going down there, we was going down there every summer. And I remember getting down there, and I remember having to use the bathroom. And right now is I'm like, yo, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm probably like 5, 6. They like, you gotta go back
Out
there.
there.
Wait. Like right now, are y'all playing with me? Stop. I gotta go. They want you to go way in the back, in the wood.
A city kid, right?
Yeah. And you know what? What used to happen with me? I used to stay constipated.
TMI.
Yes.
TMI.
Listen, I can identify, especially when you go to the outhouse and you peep in that
Not
hole.
you can identify, ma'am. That is too funny. She said,
Listen. I have not.
I cannot identify. I am from Brownsville, Brooklyn.
Hey, look. Let me tell you something, man. Now that can be traumatizing.
Yes.
You traumatized, like.
No,
man.
And don't let it be dark.
You ain't going. You heard what I say.
So you're full of.
Hey, listen. Look.
No, sir. No, sir.
But
you guys are
it's
funny.
a small world, and sometime right now, I think right now is going back to the basic. I think in society we have too much, and we take so much for granted that we forget.
Do you think we have too much, or that we take too much for granted? I think we take so much for granted, more so than because I'm not opposed to having things. I'm not opposed to that, but we are wasteful beyond measure. We waste so much food. We waste clothing. We buy too many pocketbooks. For what reason?
That's a good point. But I don't think we are taught, or younger people have been taught, how to appreciate things.
That is true.
They have, because they get whatever they want.
If you're just giving,
and there's
stuff,
no appreciation for it, because a lot of times they don't even have to work for it. The parents are getting it for it.
That's true. If you're giving, and no one is earning, it will be taken for granted.
Yes.
It's so weird that you say that, because at 16, I wasn't having babies, but I wanted my first telephone in my room. And back in the 80s, for the young kids, the phone was attached to the wall. And I asked my father if I could get my own phone, and he said, sure, if you pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I got my first phone in my house, in my room at 16, because I had a job and I paid for it. So, and to this day, I've always had my own phone because I learned how to earn.
Yes.
Yep.
You know what? You got a few comments in here. Somebody say, train the child in the way they should go, and when they get older,
they will not depart from it. That's right.
They will not depart.
Yes.
We agree. Thank you, Kinda Coleman. We appreciate you.
But she came back with another one.
Oh my God. And don't let the pigs Yes. Look, I don't know anything about that. I'm from Brownsville, Brooklyn.
That is so funny.
That's funny. Kinda Coleman is hilarious. Kinda Coleman, where are you from? Are you from the Low Country? Are you from the South? Where you from, Kinda Coleman? That's funny.
Oh.
Okay. Good evening. I won't wait for you.
Oh, come on. He's talking to him. Everyone that comes in hit the.
That's right. Come on, Kevin Kim. We like that. No justice, no peace. I like that too. Cheers to you. Be Become Boast.
Yes, be, become, and boast.
Hey, but once again, like I told you, what we're gonna do, I like this. And right now probably find like time to repeat this, do this, and
Yeah.
just help empower, enlighten, coaching, counseling, training, educating, because once again, especially when we got an educator,
Yes,
right
and an author.
or educator and an author,
That's right.
Yes.
but a lot of times people don't understand. And then not only that, when you have somebody that's willing to share, because a lot of people don't share.
Yeah,
That's
that's
right.
true. That's true.
That's
Well, we
right.
want to share.
We want to.
Yeah, because that's the only way that I think that's the road to success for us. That's the way we see it. So we can bring other people along as well.
Okay.
So we want people to go to our website, safehavenforeve.com, go to our social media, and click on those links and just browse and see where you fit. There's
That's
a place
right.
for all
For
women,
all women.
no matter what you are into. There's
That's
a place
right.
for you. So come along, join us, help us grow.
Help us grow.
As
We
you
are
grow.
a startup.
Yes.
So we need you. If you are an influencer and you know how to influence people to do what you say, come on over to She and Influence for us. We'll welcome you to come on over.
And one other thing, we will be going live later this month.
That's
we'll
right.
let you know, Brian, when that day is. And we will be doing that bi-monthly every week, or when are we doing
I
it?
think it's every week.
Every
other week.
Every other week. We'll be going live every other week. So we hope that you will have an opportunity to tune in, and we'll send you the date and link, Brian, so you can share.
And you know what I'm gonna do is, like, once again, once we get off this phone, once we end this, I'm gonna have you send me the links and the numbers that you want to utilize. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it in the description box. But not only that, this is gonna be up on YouTube. And once again, y'all can take that same link and share it to anybody that you want to share it with, because once again, that's the difference. It's all about, what I do is I be on it. I put it on my Facebook. I put it on my Instagram. I turn around and put it on my Messenger, put it on my, whatever I can put it on, I put it. And everybody like, oh man. And once again, like I told you, whatever I can do to help, take your project to the next level, consider it done.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate you very much.
Thanks for giving us the lift up.
Absolutely. And thank you for the time.
Hey, listen, you know what? That's what it's all about, and to me, I had a good time. That's what it's all about,
Well, we will definitely send you a She t-shirt, and it'll be up to you if you wear it.
Okay.
Give it to your wife.
Okay, she'll wear it. Listen, so you know what? I always like to end. Now it's time to say goodbye to all our lovely friends. MIC, see you real soon now. KEY. Why? Because we love you. MOUSE, Mickey Mouse. Down or duck, Mickey Mouse.
Great job. Thank you so much.
See, look, you got that hate over there. She don't think I can. She's.
I was singing with you. Knock it off.
Thank you, Double R. She Double R, no talent. That's what.
She's your manager. She gets 10%.
Yeah, she knows talent. That's what it is. You don't get it.
I got you.
You got me. All
Be
right.
Become Boast, brother.
Yes,
So,
Be Become Boast.
Oh, look, see. Hey, look, I can't even drink wine. I can't do nothing. Like, why, man? Y'all like this? Y'all over there going drinking on the wine. Drinking on wine.
Listen, have us on another time. We can do this. The topic is yours, and we can just join in with your group.
Absolutely.
But
and maybe the next time we'll show you our She swoop.
Yes,
you know what? Here it is. One day we might join on a Sunday. I do live cigar chat.
Okay, I'll smoke a cigar with you.
Whoa, no, you better send me some cigar. You probably got that good. you probably got the real Cubans,
Don't tell anybody.
So you probably got that real Cuban.
Don't tell anybody. That's a secret.
Yeah, but that's what it's about, folks. Like, when you got folks, these young ladies out here want to help. They want to build, they want to enlighten, they want to encourage, they want to empower. So when you got individuals that want to build for free, you know what? That's what it's all about. It's not about them, because right now these women is well off into their own world, but yet and still they feel like, man, look, we want to give back.
That's
we want to give back. We want to help. And you know what? Like my late mother used to always say, and I never understood it, it's always best to give than receive. So
Yes.
these women trying to give. So it's up to us to receive the blessing.
I love that he said that.
Yes.
Because when you quote your mother, she did a good job.
Yes. Yes.
And like I tell you right now, today make 31 years that I lost my mother. And folks, people do not understand right now is, you know, even with the lifestyle I once was into, responsible for illegal activity, for death, poison your community, destroying your community. And right now, it took the death of my mother while I was away to help me to reflect back upon life and the pain and suffering that I inflicted directly and indirectly on the victim and their family. And that type of pain, guess what? When it hit home, you wouldn't wish upon your worst enemy. You're not playing Grand Theft
I don't
Auto.
even want to imagine that.
Yes. So, Brian, for the next several days until your fast is over, I know you'll be thinking about your mom, and we'll be thinking about you.
Thank you.
So
I
keep me lifted
cannot.
up.
I cannot promise you that I'll fast with you,
No, hey, look,
but listen. But I will be thinking about you.
thank you. You know what? As long as you praying and you praying for me, that's good enough. Like I'm a firm believer. No prayer, no power. Less prayer, less power. More prayer, more power.
Yes.
Much prayer, much power.
Yes.
So true.
Yes.
So true. God bless. Thank you
Yes.
so much for having us.
Thank you, ladies. Yeah, have a good one. And like I say, send me the information so I can upload it and put it in there. And like I tell you right now, we're going to have a funky. We're going to take it high. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, look. See, look. I'm trying to hang out with y'all now.
Yeah, wear your
Right,
purple.
there you
Wear your
go.
purple. That's
Wear
gonna be
your
our
purple.
uniform
That's
when we
right.
go live.
So I got to change up. Then I got to get some. Look, man, I got to get some more
Get you
purple
some
outfit.
pearls. Get
Then
you some pearls.
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 I
We're
pass.
ladies. We're
You
ladies.
pass.
Okay.
You know, grow my hair too.
Do that also. Yes.
No. You know what? I want to end with this comment. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
Beautiful.
Hey.
All right, ladies. Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
everybody. All right. Bye
Good
bye.
night.
All right. Peace.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh.